And hopefully we won't disappoint today. First up, at your team choice sign-in over on the table there with the first zombie, if you haven't yet, you can still grab some of these intel sheets. The intel sheet has vital information on the most critical game items and also on how we deal today with the zombie threat. So I'm going to get just into the highlight points of the sheet. Obviously we have our command channel again, that's channel 4. That's where you're going to get your missions given to you. So have somebody on your team or close to you listening to channel 4 so you know what's going on, what you're supposed to be doing. We'll dole out missions as they become available. The frequency is on the sheet in case you are wondering about that. Any flags that you find in the field, flip them to your team color. That is then an active spawn point as long as it is uncontested. Everybody understand that, right? If the flag is being shot at by your enemy team, you cannot use it as a spawn, okay? So flip it to your color, go there to spawn if you get killed by a zombie or another survivor. Scavenger items. Again, we love scavenging for stuff, so we've littered the field with some interesting items today. On the list we have bright green barrels. They have virulent gas in them. Get them back to your base to score points. They can be large and small. We're talking small little propane-like containers all the way to large barrels. They'll be bright green. We have bottles of purple antigen. These are very, very important for your survival. I'll talk about those in a minute. We also have some med kits and our beloved gold bars. Everybody loves carrying gold bars. So look for those, make your points if you find them. We still have our Omega runestone out there. It's been out there all year long. Nobody's found it. If you find it and can bring it back to your base, you've scored yourself major, major points. All right, so you bring them back to your base. There is no medics. If you get killed by an enemy force or by a zombie, that's where you die. Go back to the nearest spawn, okay? There is one exception with the antigen. I'll talk about that in a second. Once you get back to base, there's no minimum spawn number. You go back to your base point or spawn point, you're instantly back in the game. If you get killed and you're carrying any of the scavenged items, please drop them. That includes the bottles, the gold bars, a barrel you're carrying, anything objective-based, drop it where you get killed, okay? Give somebody else a chance to grab it from you. Now, the most important deal today, how do we deal with the zombie threat? Okay? I want everybody to be very clear on this. So, rule number 1, these aren't the Terminator-type zombies, they're not juggernauts, they're not going to be, taking advantage of their superpower that they cannot be killed. Again, zombies cannot be killed. There's no point in shooting the zombies. If it's accidental, if they surprise you and you unload on them, that's fine. But we don't want you hunting down zombies and unloading an entire mag into them. That is not the point of the zombies today, okay? I know there's a lot of people snickering and they want to do that. That's not the type of zombie. Think Walking Dead. Your best way to survive is to avoid them altogether, right? Leave them alone. If you choose to antagonize them by shooting at them, yelling at them, doing something stupid, they will come after you. And at that point, they'll turn into the 28-day later raging zombie, and they're going to run at you at full speed and take you down. Okay? I'm not kidding. We got everything from ankle biters to, like, massive, fat, ugly zombies. Okay? So be on the lookout. Simple rules as described on that sheet. If they're outside of 50 feet around you, they're going to leave you alone. If you're within 50 feet of a zombie, do the best you can to either hide or get away from that zombie quickly. If you're standing around having a conversation with your buddy about the nice weather and all the loot you just scavenged, likely that guy is going to come right at you and take you down, okay? So be mindful. If you're fighting with other players, they're probably going to leave you alone. They got other stuff to do, okay? If you can make it to a building is considered a safe zone. Anything with 4 walls, doesn't have to have a roof on it. Anything with 4 walls, get inside. Zombies will not follow you into a building, okay? Now, if a zombie were to touch you, you are thereby dead. Gun touching does not count. You can use your gun to hold them off if you think that's successful. I doubt it. But if they touch you anywhere on your body, you're considered dead. Unless 2 things happen. You were lucky enough to find a bottle of this tasty antigen. If the bottle is closed and unused, hold it out at the zombie charging at you, and it acts like a repellent. They're going to recoil and run the other way. They don't like the smell of this stuff. They don't like the look of this stuff, okay? If you don't have a bottle, and they take you down by touching you, and your buddy comes up to you, and he throws you a bottle and says, hey, drink this. You have 1 minute to chug this whole bottle down as fast as you can, and you survive. You can do this as many times as you want. I don't know what bladder control you guys have, but after 3 or so, you're pretty much going to regret what you did. It's perfectly drinkable. The cap is popped. That's just because we put color in there. We put some tasty meal in there for you guys. This is Gatorade Zero, so it's going to keep you hydrated. But don't waste it. Drinking it before zombie attack does nothing, okay? As you get attacked, chug it down, you can survive, all right? But these are rare, so look for those. Those are your top items. There's also some purple smoke out there. There's military crates we're going to drop for you. If you get purple smoke, use that sparingly. Purple smoke also repels zombie hordes. That's going to be important later on, okay? So keep the purple smoke safe. Speaking of smoke, if you see green smoke, stay away. As always, green smoke is instant poison. You get into a green smoke cloud, the only thing that can help you is drink this stuff. That's the only way you're going to get out of it. Otherwise, you're dead, okay? So again, final point. Don't maliciously shoot the zombies. There's no point in lighting them up. There's no point in aiming down at them, especially no headshots. We got a bunch of young kids that are volunteering today to be zombies. We want to make sure the zombies have a good time today too. So be mindful, mind your own business. Try to hide, try to get away from the zombies. Don't try to hunt them down, okay? So that's it. Any questions on game flow?